We are desperately clinging on to Manchester United in this title race. Today we face off against Wolves as we look for 3 more points to keep the hunt alive. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Leeds United, Pride of Yorkshire. So as I alluded to in the little intro there, today we are going to try and keep the pressure on Manchester United. We are looking to stay in the title race. Games are running out and the points difference, as you can see, currently stands at 13 points if you have a little look across at the table. We do have a game in hand, so we could reduce that back down to 10 points. But with only 6 games left, it looks like Manchester United are not going to falter. But we're not going to give up hope that something could still happen. So in today's episode, we're going to be facing off against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nothing really to bring you up to speed with in terms of games. We just moved those 14 days forward that you saw at the end of the last episode. There is a few things that I do want to show you. So coming into the new season, they've just announced the next gen top 50 wonder kids in the world. And number one on the list was a kid called Santiago Garcia. Straight away, we went and put a bid in for him. It does say that we should skate him, really, but looking at the player, he's already an Argentine international at the age of 19, played 13 times for his national team. We put a bid in of £7 million. It's been accepted. Fingers crossed this is going to be a kid that is going to come straight into the first team and give us options all across the back. He can play as a defender right, mainly, wing back right, and also a defender left and centre. So anywhere across the back line, he looks like he's going to be able to play. And he was the number one next gen wonder kid. Then number 2 on the list was this cool dude, Klaus Ferber. He was ranked number 2. We went straight in and did exactly the same thing. On the upper end of the scale for this one, £14 million bid that we have put in. Looking at his performances in both Bundesliga and in the Europa League, he has played enough first team football really to be established. Unlike the last wonder kid, not broken into his national team yet, but he's capped at under 19s. So fingers crossed that is going to be £14 million well spent as well. We're going to have to shuffle the pack in the summer. The squad is aging a little bit, so bringing in these youth plus the first wonder kids that we brought in from last season that are regens, I think we are in a good place. So that's pretty much everything up to date. Nothing else left to say apart from the fact that we're going to jump straight into the Wolves game and try and get the 3 points. Okay, so crunch games, every single one of these is going to be a final now. We need to keep winning. We have to have a perfect record in the Premier League at the end of the season to get anywhere near Manchester United. I mean, if they do likewise, they're going to win the title by a country mile. But we have not given up hope that there is a slip up or two or a twist and turn. As you saw in last season's finale, anything can happen in Football Manager. So we have to be there if the chance arises to do what we did to them last season. But one game at a time. Today's game is against Wolves, and the lineup we're going to put out is Melee in goal, Firpo, Wobat, Konate, and Singo. We've got Phillips and Bentancur in the holders. James, De Ketelaere, and Rafinha are the attacking 3. And unfortunately, a knock in training to Benjamin Šeško means that he can't start the game. He's going to be on the bench, and Thiago Thomas is going to lead the line. A wonder kid in himself from a couple of seasons ago. So we need to keep on winning and we need to do it straight away. So let's jump into this game and see what happens when we play against Wolves. Okay, so the match action is underway and we have kicked off. We have got on the right hand side, we could see that the reason that Manchester United were even further ahead of us was because they beat Manchester City in a crunch game at the top. We're having an attack here as Rafinha has a shot straight at Nevistich in goal for Wolves. So a good early start for us with that first highlight. But yeah, you can see in the top right hand corner of your screen, Manchester United actually beat Manchester City in a Manchester derby to give them the advantage further at the top. So that's helped us by taking points off Man City, but really could have done with the draw there. And there's a ball in behind here. Thiago Thomas is in. Thiago Thomas gives us the lead after 13 minutes. And as per usual, the referee is going to have a look at VAR. Let's see if this goal is going to stand. Goal is awarded. Brilliant run here. I thought he timed it pretty well. Let's have a look. Oh, it does look really tight on second glance, but still, keeper goes to ground early. Not too sure why they do that so much in this game. He's just skipped past him, side-footed it in, and smashed it into the back of the net to give us a 1-0 lead. So 14 minutes on the clock when that goal went in. Yeah, so Manchester United won 4-2. Arsenal are winning 1-0. They've actually just conceded, so it's 1-1. So it all looks like being a good game if we can hold on to this. Rafinha fizzes a goal kick, fizzes a free kick in, and the goalkeeper gets around to touch it round for a corner. Let's see what Rafinha can do with this corner. It's aimed towards Canate, and again, I think the goalkeeper gets a hand to this one, and it's another corner kick, which Rafinha, I hope he's just going to lump straight back in at the near post. So he does, and Canate gets on this one, gets it down into the far corner, and we are 2-0 up after 35 minutes. And we gave them a warning with the routine. They should have known exactly what was coming. As soon as Rafinha put the ball down in the quadrant, Canate gets across his man, Dendoncker can't get there, and he's headed that into the far corner of the net. And to be fair, we are absolutely dominating this game, waffling away about what Manchester United are doing in the title race and everything. I didn't realise they've only had one shot in the first 39 minutes, Wolves, and we have had 12 with 8 on target, and we have the 2 goals. Don't know why we're messing about with it at the back here. Bit of slow build-up play, but I'd like the ball to be moving forwards, please, because one mistake here causes trouble. But Singo finds Rafinha, finds De Catalere, and then Thiago Thomas back to Calvin Phillips, and he's going to play the ball over the top for Thiago Thomas. He finished the last one off superbly, doesn't finish this one off as good, gives the goalkeeper a chance, and he pushes it away, and then Lucas gets the ball clear up the right-hand side of the pitch. So, in at the break, half-time, 2-0 lead, 15 shots, 9 of which were on target. 50-50 in terms of possession, but luckily for us, we took the chances when we had them, and hopefully we can continue into the second half and carry on that good run of converting chances. So nothing to change. Just going to jump straight in. And here's Rafinha again with a corner. He finds Woba this time, and Max Woba has made it 3-0 after 46 minutes. This is probably good enough that I can rotate a few players in this game now. Looking to get a few fringe players in, as I alluded to when I was showing off the wonder kids that we're looking to sign. Probably going to have to rotate this team a little bit in the summer. Bentancur's on a corner kick. Are we going to do it again? No, but the ball gets headed out to Phillips. And he can smash it all the way across the pitch to Bentancur. Not too sure what he had done until the ball came back into the shot. But Singo is out to Rafinha. He's going to run at his man. Hopefully he can get in behind. Cuts it back to Bentancur. He turns, crosses it in towards the back post. Nobody there. Thiago Thomas chasing it. Plays it back to Firpo. Plays it back to Phillips. Bentancur's going to try and get on this. Singo does get the ball. Looks to beat his man. Goes round the outside of him. Going to cross it in low. Thiago Thomas had the shot. And it's cleared away. And now Wolves look to catch us on the counter-attack as the ball's played out to Neto. Looked like he carried it out of play there, but he kept it in. Dendoncker to Lucas, and then that just kind of fizzles out. So yeah, as I was saying, we've got a few players that I want to try and get in the team here. So we are going to bring Brooke Norton-Cuffy on at right back. I'm going to give Patati a game in place of De Catalere. And I think 2 substitutions is all we'll do at the moment, because I've learnt the hard way that you shouldn't make all 3 after 56 minutes. So trying to build another attack here. Bentancur is on the ball. Phillips is going to bring it out into the midfield. Plays it out wide to Daniel James. Been quiet in this game, Daniel James. Not really done too much, but I suppose that's always a sign that something good probably will happen. Although we try to switch the play there and get caught out. And then Wu Li is in behind. And Wu Li has got Wolves a goal back. So as soon as I rotate the team, maybe it's a mistake. Left us a little bit disjointed, maybe. Not too sure. But Wu Li scores after 56 minutes. It's a ball that's gone over the top for Rafinha. It's got cut out, and then Donker's pass is pinpoint into the path. Doesn't have to break stride. Hits it as the goalkeeper's coming towards him. Goes over him and into the net. And it's 3-1. So Wolves have had 3 shots, and they've scored with 1 of them. But we've got another corner here as Bentancur swings it in. And there's Canate, another big header. This one also across into the far corner. I think it goes in off the post. But surely that is the game now. Let's have a little look at this. Cross comes in. Canate with the header. Into the side netting. So, again, a well-placed header from Canate. And he's on a hat-trick now as Bentancur is going to cross another one in. Woba's there. He was fancying himself a second goal as well. This one, though, goes over the crossbar. So, 20 minutes-ish left. Do we risk it now, making another change? I want to bring Wisdom Ame on. So that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately for Canate, the hat-trick dream is over. We're going to take him off. Maybe a bit mean to do that, but we have Real Madrid coming up in the next episode. So I want to keep best players as fresh as I can. Hence the reason why Šeško hasn't appeared on the pitch as well. But we've got a bit of defending to do here as Traore plays it to Gibbs White, to Dendoncker, who's done the damage again. Got Neto into the box. Neto with a great finish, but again, the referee is going to have a little look at the VAR. Let's see what happens here. This one I think is going to be awarded. Goal awarded, yeah, 4-2. So Lawrence had to throw in, plays it to Traore, into Gibbs White, plays it to Dendoncker. A slide pass through, and Neto does really well with the finish. Hits it hard and low, and the goalkeeper cannot get down to get to that one. So got just a couple of minutes to see out here. I think the game is secure. 4 minutes of added on time. Not a lot happening. And indeed, we have got the 3 points that we need to keep chasing Manchester United. So it's not pressure really when you're 10 points behind a team, but just showing that we are capable of winning games. And if they do slip up, or if somebody does us a favour, we are going to try and reduce that gap. The way we played today was absolutely fantastic as well. We'd had a few flat episodes where we had a 0-0 draw here and disappointing scrape of games in others. But today we have really put them to the sword. 24 shots, 13 on target, 4 goals. Only a 2.84 XG, so exceeding XG. We had 54% of possession. And we have played really well. So let's jump back to the home screen and have a look at the Real Madrid game. As said then, us winning the game means that the gap is reduced to 10 points. I know it's not a really big achievement, but luckily for us, Manchester United beating Manchester City means that we now have an 8-point gap over them. They do have a game in hand, but it means we have a 4-point gap over Arsenal. Looking pretty good for second place, I would think, which is a little bit disappointing because we want to win the league. But if we can't catch Manchester United, then finishing in second is going to be an absolute brilliant consolation prize. So let's have a little look at the schedule. Like I said, each of these games are going to be coming up now. They are going to be major games. So we have Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in the first leg, and that is going to be in tomorrow's episode. The day after that, we have another crunch game at the top of the table with Liverpool. We then play Real Madrid back at Ellen Road. We then have Chelsea at Ellen Road, Manchester United at Ellen Road, Arsenal, Sheffield United and Newcastle to finish the season. So, big games coming up. Still a lot of twists and turns to come here, I am sure. And tomorrow, we're going to start the roller coaster off with Real Madrid in the Champions League. A fantastic win then as we scored 4 goals. Could have scored a lot more. Did concede 2, which is a little bit worrying, but still, it's 3 points on the board. We cut that gap to 10 points. Only 6 games to go makes it look really slim. I have any hope of us catching Manchester United, but we do play against them, and if they do have some tough fixtures coming up, I really think there is a chance that we could be there to close the gap. Whether we could overhaul them or not, I'm not sure. They have a massive goal difference too. But we are going to give it everything. And as I said, that begins with tomorrow's episode where we are going to be facing off against Real Madrid in the Champions League. But if you're at this point of the video, you're still watching the content and enjoying the content, if you're new, firstly, welcome. Secondly, please hit that like and subscribe button to help the channel out. Appreciate every single person who drops by, hits those buttons, leaves a comment, interacts with the channel. It all helps the channel out. Right then, for this one, I'm going to be wrapping it here. And I will see you tomorrow when we face off against Real Madrid in the Champions League.